Hello there. A channel without videos seems to be a rather useless channel, so I thought I'd dash one off real quick here, kind of giving you the idea of why I have this separate channel. As I've noted in my profile under KBioMech, I am a heavy metal vocalist, or in the modern world you'd probably call it classic rock, because modern heavy metal is all about going in the microphone, and I'm a singer, not a screamer. I can scream, but I don't particularly like it, and I'm not particularly good at it. My favorite bands in no particular order are Rush, Queensryche, and Iron Maiden, which give you an idea of the kind of music I like. It's commonly called progressive metal. I think that's probably a pretty good definition of what I want to do. But I also like a lot of the modern hard rock bands that don't call themselves heavy metal, but when I was growing up they would have been called heavy metal. Bands like Nickelback, Shinedown, Disturbed, they kind of call themselves metal. But what's now mainstream hard rock, I like that stuff too. And I have wide influences. So, I've been in bands, but the last time was over 20 years ago. I'm a better singer now than I ever was then. And I want to make music. The software allows people like me who can hear the music in our head but don't play an instrument to at least make a good approximation of what we want to do. Enough for demos and for gathering other musicians. And that's what this is about. Both me learning the software and hopefully gathering together some people with similar ideas and who can play instruments and creating a band. And I definitely want to state right off the bat that I intend this to be a commercial venture. Whether or not it's successful, well, I'm going to do it anyway. Singing is what I love, and that's what I'm going to do. If I can make a living doing it, sweet. If I can't, I'm still compelled to do it. Dan Fogelberg in his song Leader of the Band has this line, a quiet man of music, denied a simpler fate. I can't sum it up any better. Being a musician isn't really something you choose, it's something that chooses you, and regardless of what you want, you can't escape it. I can associate practically anything with a song, or come up with a song off the cuff. I sing, it's what I do. While there are other things that compel and consume me, this has been the one forever. Longer than I can remember. My dad says I started singing pretty much when I was born. And so I'm going with it. I have a variety of software that I want to try out. I'm thinking that FL Studios or the Cakewalk are the ones I'm most likely to use, but I'm not certain of that. I have demo versions of each one, and we'll get the proper versions of the one that I like, and they will be used as my composition tool. And I'm kind of going to document that as I go on this channel, because it might inspire somebody else to try it, and other people watching might look at that and say, hey, I know an easier way to do that, and tell me. What I've found so far about music creation software is it's designed by and largely for music engineers, which makes it a little difficult for me. I'm not a music engineer, I'm a singer. I don't know a great deal about engineering music. I don't know a great deal of musical theory. When it comes right down to it, I know how to sing. I'm learning the other stuff, but the learning curve is erratic. I have a family and I have a full-time job, and the two take an awful lot out of my time, most of my time, so I'm doing this on a hobby basis, and while I'm hoping to eventually make money from it, in the meantime, I'm learning and showing you what I'm learning. So I'm going to probably start off doing covers of other people's songs while I learn the software and while I figure out exactly how I want the songs that I'm creating to sound, which is not as easy a process as you might think. You might have a moment of inspiration and get down the lyrics and how you want to sing them and have no clue how the music should be. Or sometimes you come up with a bit of music in your head and don't know how to make it come out on the computer, which is the thing I run into a lot more. And so I'm learning the creative side of these software packages as I go. And I figure the best way to get familiar with them is to do other people's music, because I have something to compare to know if I'm getting it right, or at least getting it the way I want it. I don't intend to do just the straight cover that much. I intend to put my own twist on it as much as I can. I sing across a pretty wide range. I sing better higher than I speak, for the most part. In fact, in the range that I speak, I often have problems with my breath. I can also go lower than that fairly easily. I can go very high. Not as high as Mike Matjevic, but I won't shame myself. Low, I can go a little bit lower than I speak. And I can do that pretty accurately. I can sing at the pitch that I speak, but I have difficulties with it, which is something I would like to overcome, but so far haven't. It's been true all of my life. I've gotten better at it. High's always been easy for me. It may not seem like it from the register of my speaking voice, but going way up is way easier than going way down or staying in this range. So you're going to see some eclectic and strange stuff here as I go along. The other part of this is running off a video like this takes a few minutes, whereas creating a song, just getting a vocal track right can take several takes, and that says nothing about creating the music. So this is going to be a very sporadic channel for a while. If you don't see updates on it for a while and you're following me at all, don't worry about it. I'll get there. It's something I'll do as I have a large enough block of time to deal with it. And if I'm doing things offline that are related, I'll probably post a little quick video like this. Anyway, for those of you that give a damn, there it is. That's what I'm trying to do with this. If you're interested in creating music with me, PM me on this channel. I would very much like to get involved with a few different people. As far as what I'm looking for, probably 2 guitars, obviously drums and bass, probably keyboards. For me, the one essential instrument has always been the guitar, particularly the electric guitar. I'm not a big fan of the acoustic sound in most cases. I make exceptions sometimes. I don't know if I would ever want to perform with an acoustic guitar. I don't know that I don't either. I haven't thought it through, to be honest. But for the most part, in rock and roll, an acoustic guitar doesn't sound that great. Even a clean electric guitar works better for me. I mean, obviously this is a matter of opinion, so take it for what it is. But it's the opinion of the guy trying to create music on this channel, so it carries some weight for me. I'm not limiting myself to subject matter, but I'm definitely intend to be singing about the state of affairs in the world right now and promoting my philosophies of anarchy. Some musicians look at that in a poor light, and well, that's their right. I disagree. I think having that medium to push your ideology is useful. I think limiting yourself to that is a bad idea, because music really doesn't know any ideological barriers. Music is largely emotional, even though it can have a high intellectual content, which would probably tell you a lot about the range of the bands I like. But I mean, sometimes even a song that really doesn't have any content is still cool. Not often, but sometimes. So I won't be limiting my subject matter, but I will be, as in my regular life, focused on the ideas of promoting liberty. I guess I've rambled on enough since I've already hit 9 minutes and 24 seconds. There it is, guys.